The boardroom in Chicago hums with the weight of unspoken accusations, a chamber of glass and steel where truth is about to be flayed open. I stand, David Miller, beside my daughter Emily, my calloused hands gripping a battered folder and a tablet glowing with damning data. Across the polished table, the Vance Industries board stares, their eyes sharp as knives. Arthur Finch, the vice president, his smirk a coiled snake. Thomas Croft, head of engineering, his gaze dodging mine like a thief in the night. Eleanor Vance, the CEO, sits at the head, her face taut, her fingers drumming a rhythm of dread. The air is thick with the scent of betrayal, the kind that clings to men who've sold their souls for profit. They're here to bury the SkySail project, a revolutionary transport that could reshape the world. But I've got the proof to burn their lies to ash. Emily's hand brushes mine, steadying me, her teenage eyes fierce with the fire of discovery. We've uncovered a conspiracy, a deliberate sabotage woven into the heart of SkySail's design, meant to crash it and Vance Industries with it. Finch and Croft, they thought they could silence us, thought their threats and doctored reports would keep us in the dark. But I'm no stranger to grease and gears, and Emily's no stranger to code and data. Together, we've traced their deceit through the numbers, through the faulty welds and ignored stress tests. The room waits, breathless, as Eleanor nods for me to speak. I open the folder, my voice steady as I lay out the evidence. Charts, logs, emails, all pointing to their greed. The board shifts, uneasy, as Emily projects her analysis, a digital noose tightening around Finch and Croft. Their faces pale, their empire of lies crumbling under the weight of truth. This is it, the moment where we either save SkySail or watch it burn, taking Vance Industries and our future with it. I can feel the ghosts of my father's garage, the tools he left me, urging me to stand firm. This isn't just about a project, it's about legacy, about proving that a man from a small-town shop can topple giants. The clock ticks, and I know we've got one shot to make this right. I'm David Miller, a man carved from the rust and grit of a Midwest garage, where my father taught me to fix what's broken with hands steady and true. I'm no scholar, no suit. My education came from sweat, from the clank of wrenches on stubborn bolts. I'm stubborn too, principled to a fault, some say. My wound? It's the weight of my father's legacy, that old garage where I swore I'd never trade honor for a paycheck. But there's a crack in me, a fear that I've chained my daughter Emily to a dying town, a dying trade. She's 16, sharp as a blade, her mind a whirlwind of code and data, her heart full of dreams I can't afford to give her. I see her poring over her laptop, her fingers dancing across keys, and I wonder if I'm failing her, if my loyalty to the past is stealing her future. That's my conflict, the tug between the grease-stained tools I love and the world calling her name. I never wanted to leave our town, that patch of earth where every face knows your story. But Eleanor Vance came calling. She saw something in me, a spark, she said, when I fixed her company's prototype, a sleek machine left to rot in a field. Her offer was a lifeline, a job in Chicago, a chance to lead Vance Industries, and a scholarship for Emily. It was a chance to break free, but it felt like betrayal, like abandoning the only life I've known. Emily pushed me, her voice soft but sure, saying we could carry Dad's tools to the city, keep his spirit alive. So I packed them, those old wrenches, and we moved. Chicago's a beast, all glass and noise, and I'm a stranger here, out of place among the suits. But Emily, she thrives, her mind cutting through data like a torch through steel. My wound festers, though. Every day I wonder if I'm enough, if I can protect her from the vipers in this corporate jungle. I'm a man of principles, but principles don't always win against men like Finch and Croft, who'd sell their own blood for $1. I'm fighting for her, for us, for the truth I was raised to uphold. The garage smells of oil and memory, its walls lined with my father's tools, each one a testament to a life of honest work. I'm back there now, in my mind, the summer I was 12, my hands small but eager, holding a wrench as Dad showed me how to coax life from a broken engine. "Fix what's true, David," he'd say, his voice rough but warm. That garage was my church, its lessons my scripture. But it's also where my wound took root, the day Dad died, leaving me to carry his name, his tools, his stubborn code of honor. I see it now, that old toolbox, scratched and heavy, sitting in our Chicago apartment. It's my anchor, my curse, a reminder of the man I swore to be. Moving to Chicago tore at me, like leaving Dad behind, like trading his truth for a paycheck. Every night I open that box, run my fingers over the wrenches, and feel the weight of his absence. It's not just loss, it's the fear that I'm betraying him, that I'm not enough for Emily in this city of sharks. The memory stings sharpest when I see her, my girl, hunched over her laptop, chasing answers in lines of code. She's my reason, my fight, but also my mirror, reflecting my doubts. I remember the day we left our town. The garage shuttered, the sign faded. I locked it, my hands shaken, knowing I was stepping into a world that doesn't value men like me. In Chicago, I carry that toolbox like a talisman, setting it beside my desk at Vance Industries. It's out of place among the glass and chrome, just like me. But when I found those flaws in SkySail's design, welds ignored, stress tests faked, I heard Dad's voice again. Fix what's true. That's when I knew. This fight isn't just about a job. It's about proving his way still matters, that a man can stand against lies and win. Emily sees it too, her data tying the sabotage to Finch and Croft. We're in this together, carrying the past into a future we're fighting to shape. The truth lies buried in the data, but as Emily and I dig deeper, the shadows of Finch and Croft loom larger, their threats tightening like a noose around our new life in Chicago. Chicago's skyline glitters, but it's a cold light, one that makes me feel small. At Vance Industries, I'm a fish out of water, my boots scuffing polished floors, my toolbox a relic among touchscreen consoles. The technicians respect me, nod when I talk shop, but the suits, Finch and Croft especially, look at me like I'm dirt tracked in from the sticks. They whisper about my small-town ways, their smirks cutting deeper than any blade. Emily feels it too, at her new school, where kids with trust funds mock her thrift store jacket. She doesn't say it, but I see the hurt in her eyes, the way she buries herself in code to escape. At home, our apartment feels like a borrowed space, not ours. I miss our town, the garage, the neighbors who knew my name. Here, I'm just the new guy, the one who doesn't belong. Finch corners me one day, his voice smooth as oil, warning me to stay in my lane. Croft's worse, his emails drip with condescension, questioning my every call. They're boxing us in, making us feel like intruders in their world. Emily's grades slip, just a fraction, but enough to scare me. She's trying so hard to prove herself, to fit in, but this city's relentless. I lie awake, wondering if I've dragged her into a fight we can't win, if my stubborn pride is costing her the future I promised. It comes like a gut punch. I find a report on my desk, stamped confidential, detailing SkySail stress tests, except the numbers are wrong, fudged to hide cracks in the frame. I confront Croft, my voice steady, but he laughs, says I'm overstepping. Then the email arrives, anonymous, chilling. "Drop it, Miller, or Emily pays." My blood runs cold. They're not just after me, they're targeting my girl. Emily finds something too, buried in the company's servers, altered logs, payments to offshore accounts, all tied to Finch and Croft. They're sabotaging SkySail, setting it up to fail, and us with it. At a team meeting, Finch calls me out, twisting my findings into incompetence, painting me as a fool before the board. The betrayal cuts deep, not just to me, but to Emily, who overhears a colleague whisper she's just the mechanic's kid. Their lies are a vice, squeezing us, making us question our place here. I see Emily's hand shake as she shows me her data, her voice fierce but fragile. We're alone in this, surrounded by wolves in suits, and the weight of their deceit threatens to crush us. I can't let them win. Not for me, not for Emily, not for Dad's memory. I start small, late nights in the lab, rechecking SkySail's blueprints, tracing every weld, every bolt. I find more, sloppy repairs, ignored warnings, all deliberate. Emily dives deeper into the data, her laptop a weapon, uncovering encrypted files that point to Finch's accounts. We're careful, sharing only with each other, knowing one wrong move could end us. I challenge Croft in a meeting, my voice low but firm, pointing out a flaw he can't dodge. He flinches, just for a second, and I know we're onto something. Emily hacks a back door, finds a memo tying Croft to a shady vendor. It's risky, but we're fighting back, inch by inch. I teach her to hold her head high at school, to ignore the snobs. She does, her chin up, her code sharper. But I'm scared, my hands trembling as I lock the toolbox each night. We're poking a hornet's nest, and I don't know if we're ready for the sting. Our small victories light a spark, but Finch and Croft's shadows grow darker, their threats closing in as we edge closer to the truth. A midnight call shatters the silence, the voice warped, hissing through the line. Back off, Miller, or Emily's future burns. My heart lurches, the old terror rising. Failing her, losing Dad's legacy in this unforgiving city. I check my desk at Vance Industries. My notes on SkySail's flaws are gone, stolen. Emily comes home, her face pale, whispering of a car trailing her from school, its windows dark. It's Finch and Croft, their shadows tightening, their desperation a noose. I clutch Dad's toolbox, its steel cold, its weight a reminder of my vow to protect her. The fear claws deep. Am I enough, a small-town mechanic against their corporate might? Chicago's lights glare, mocking our fragility, a city that chews up dreamers. Emily's eyes, wide but fierce, hold mine, and I see her courage, but also her youth. Too young for this danger. The threat's real now, not just whispers, but actions, their hands reaching for us. I lock the apartment door, my hands shaking, Dad's ghost urging me to stand firm. The city's a trap, its streets alive with their spies. I fear for Emily's scholarship, her dreams, my promise to give her a better life. The toolbox looms, it scratches a map of my doubts, but we can't stop. Their threats awaken the terror I've buried, losing her, losing myself. But I won't let it win. We're close to the truth, and they know it, their fear driving this menace. I meet Eleanor in a shadowed diner, her face grim, her trust my lifeline. I show her the tampered logs, Emily's data tracing Finch's money, proof of their sabotage. She vows to investigate, but urges silence, her eyes sharp with caution. At home, I teach Emily to watch her paths, to vary her steps through Chicago's maze. We secure our files, hiding drives in the toolbox, its steel a fortress. Finch corners me in the lot, his smile venomous, hinting at mishaps if I push further. I stand tall, my voice steady, masking the churn in my gut. I tell him we're not afraid, a lie, but one he can't read. Emily digs deeper, her code unearthing a memo linking Croft to a corrupt supplier, her fingers steady despite the danger. Each step's a gamble, a dance on a razor's edge, but we move forward. The city's pulse quickens, its eyes on us, their threats a storm gathering. I check the locks, feel Dad's ghost in the toolbox, his lessons stealing me. We're not running, we're fighting, exposing their rot. Emily's courage, her data slicing through their lies, is my anchor. I face Finch's menace, Croft's schemes, with a fire kindled in the garage, burning brighter than fear. The city's vast, but we are not small, not anymore. We are millers, built for this, ready to confront the danger head-on, our truth a blade against their shadows. I won't break. Not for Finch, not for Croft, not for their threats. I tell Emily we're stronger, forged in Dad's garage, his voice echoing, "Fix what's true." She nods, her fingers dancing on keys, her resolve a mirror of mine. We're millers, carved from grit, unyielding. I carry the toolbox to work, its presence a vow, setting it by my desk amidst Vance's gleaming chrome. We'll expose their sabotage, save SkySail, secure our future. I promise Emily will endure, her dreams safe in my hands. The fear lingers, a shadow, but my will burns brighter, fueled by her courage, Dad's lessons. We're not just surviving, we're fighting, building a path through this city's jaws. Emily's data grows, a weapon sharp and sure, my hands tracing SkySail's flaws, proof of their deceit. The city watches, its lights cold, but I'm warm with purpose, my heart steady. I teach Emily to stand taller, to face the danger with eyes open, and she does, her code a beacon. The toolbox is my strength, Dad's ghost my guide, urging us to hold fast. We're not prey, we're hunters, chasing truth through Chicago's maze. Finch and Croft's threats can't stop us. We're built for this, our will a fire that won't die. I look at Emily, her face fierce, and know we'll win, not just for us, but for Dad, for every hand that builds, every heart that dares. The truth is close, but Finch and Croft's desperation mounts, pushing us toward a reckoning we can't avoid. The city's pulse beats hard, but my heart drives me deeper. I pore over SkySail's blueprints in the lab's hush, my fingers tracing welds that shouldn't break, yet do. Finch and Croft's shadows loom, their threats a cold wind, but I won't bend. Emily's by me, her laptop casting light, her code sifting Vance Industries servers for buried secrets. We're hunting truth, a mechanic and a coder against a machine of lies. I find a flaw, frames stressed beyond limits, ignored. Emily's data flags altered logs, numbers fudged to hide ruin. Dad's toolbox sits near, its steel a quiet call, his voice urging, seek what's real. We work late, the city's glare fading, our focus sharp. I test a beam, its cracks damning, proof of sabotage. Emily uncovers a payment, a thread to Finch's accounts, her eyes fierce with discovery. The danger's real, stolen notes, trailed cars, but we dig on, driven by Dad's lessons, by Emily's dreams. The lab's alive, tools humming, screens flickering with our resolve. We're close, the truth a spark in Chicago's dark, but Finch and Croft know we're coming. I feel their eyes, their desperation mounting, yet I'm steady, my hands sure. Emily's courage, her code slicing through deceit, is my strength. The toolbox's scars map our path, a small-town heart against corporate greed. We're not just searching, we're building a case, a weapon to wield in the light, ready to expose their rot and save SkySail from their grasp. A faint lead glimmers. Leela, a lab aide, whispers of a memo she saw. Croft ordering cheap alloys, a death knell for SkySail. It's a thread, fragile but real, and we seize it. Emily's fingers dance, her code unearthing a deleted file, a payment to a ghost supplier, Finch's name hidden in the shadows. The city's jaws tighten, its menace closer. My locker's rifled, blueprints missing, a warning carved in silence. Emily finds a note slipped in her bag. Stop,
or pay. My gut twists, fear for her clawing, but she stands firm, her eyes blazing. Dad's toolbox anchors me, its weight a shield, his spirit steadying my trembling hands. The clue's a spark, but the threat's a storm. Finch and Croft's desperation bared. I test another frame, its flaws deliberate, tying to Leela's words. Emily traces the payment, a link to Croft's offshore vault, her data a blade. The lab's quiet, but danger hums, Chicago streets alive with their spies. I teach Emily to watch her steps, to trust no one, and she nods, her courage my pride. The warning stings, our lives, her future at stake, but we won't break. The toolbox's steel hums, Dad's lessons clear, face the threat, hold the truth. We're not alone, Leela's fear, her clue, binds us to others who see their greed. The city's a beast, but we're hunters, tracking their lies. Our small lead a fire kindling, ready to burn through their veil.
I stand with Emily, her resolve my mirror, and swear we'll end this. Finch and Croft's lies won't bury SkySail, won't break us. I clutch Dad's toolbox, its scars a vow, its steel my strength. We'll expose their sabotage, save Vance Industries, honor Dad's legacy. Emily's data is our torch, my craft our hammer, together unyielding. I tell her we're enough, her dreams my fight, and she nods, her eyes fierce. The city's vast, its towers cold, but our purpose burns hotter. We meet Eleanor in secret, pledging our evidence, cracked frames, hidden payments to shatter their schemes. Her trust is a spark, her resolve our ally. I'm no mere mechanic, a father, a guardian, my hands built for truth. The lab hums, our case growing, a fortress of facts against their deceit. I urge Emily to stand tall, to defy the city's glare, and she does, her code a weapon. Dad's spirit lives in the toolbox, his lessons driving us, truth over fear, grit over gain. We're not retreating, we're charging, ready to face their wrath. The city watches, its pulse quickening, but we're steady, our will aflame. Emily's data, my tests, Lila's clue, they're our arsenal, poised for the reckoning. I know the cost, danger, doubt, but we're millers, forged in a small-town forge, unbreakable. We'll act, not for glory, but for what's right, for SkySail, for every hand that builds. Our stand begins, a mechanic and his daughter, ready to carve truth from Chicago's heart. Our resolve ignites, but Finch and Croft's shadows deepen, their moves a gauntlet we must run to reach the truth. The city's pulse quickens, but I'm steady, my resolve a blade. I lead Emily and a trusted few, Leela, Jonas, into Vance Industries' archive vault, a crypt of secrets. Finch and Croft's threats hang heavy, but we're done hiding. My hands, rough from years in Dad's garage, sift through files, seeking proof of their sabotage. Emily's laptop hums, her code cracking encrypted logs, unearthing orders to bypass SkySail's safety checks. The air's thick, the vault's silence await, but Dad's toolbox at my side is a quiet anchor, his spirit urging us on. I find a report, altered stress tests, signed by Croft, a death sentence for SkySail. Emily's data confirms it, her screen glowing with damning transactions tied to Finch. We're risking all, breaking rules to expose their rot, but truth demands boldness. The city's a beast, its eyes everywhere, yet we move unseen, shadows in its glare. Leela whispers of a guard nearby, her voice tense, but we press on, driven by the stakes, lives, dreams, Dad's legacy. Emily's courage, her fingers swift, is my fire. The vault's cold, but our purpose burns, a mechanic and his daughter defying giants. We gather the files, our case sharpening, a weapon forged in stealth. Chicago's towers loom, but we're not small. This act, this breach, is our defiance, a step toward justice, toward saving SkySail from their greed. The toolbox's scars whisper, "We're right, we're ready, we'll win." Our raid sparks chaos. A guard spots us, his shout echoing in the vault, Finch's web closing fast. We slip out, files clutched tight, but alarms wail, Chicago's pulse a drumbeat. Emily's eyes dart, her laptop shielded, her courage holding. My heart races, Dad's toolbox heavy in my grip, its steel a lifeline. Back at the lab, Finch confronts me, his voice venom, accusing us of theft, his threats sharp as glass. Emily's school sends word, her access to labs is cut, a retaliation for our move. The city's jaws snap, its menace bared. I find a bug in my office, Croft's ears on us, our every step watched. Yet our haul's worth it, a ledger tying Finch to bribes, Emily's data mapping their lies. Leela's shaken, fearing her job, but stands firm, her clue our spark. The lab's tense, colleagues whispering, some odd, others distant. Emily rebuilds her access, her code a quiet rebellion, her spirit unbroken. I test the files, each page a nail in their coffin, proof of sabotaged frames. The consequences sting, surveillance, isolation, but we're alive, our evidence intact. Dad's ghost hums in the toolbox, his lessons clear. Face the cost, hold fast. The city's glare burns, but we're not cowed. Our bold move has lit a fuse. Finch and Croft's desperation surging, their grip slipping. We're exposed, yet stronger. Our truth a fire spreading, ready to consume their deceit in Chicago's unforgiving light. I stand with Emily, her gaze fierce, and vow we'll see this through. Finch and Croft's threats can't break us. We're millers, forged in grit. Dad's toolbox rests by me, its scars a testament, its steel my resolve. We'll save SkySail, expose their greed, honor Dad's name. Emily's data is our shield, my hands our sword, together unstoppable. I tell her we're enough, her future my fight, and she nods, her fire my pride. The city's vast, its shadows deep, but our purpose cuts sharper. We share our evidence with Eleanor, her trust a flame, her nod our charge. I'm no simple mechanic, a father, a warrior, built for truth. The lab hums, our case a fortress, each file a brick against their lies. I urge Emily to rise above their barbs, and she does, her code a beacon. Dad's spirit lives in the toolbox, his voice clear, truth outlasts fear. We're not faltering, not now, with justice so near. The city watches, its pulse ours, but we're steady, our will iron. Emily's data grows, my tests confirm their sabotage, Leela's courage our spark. The cost is high, eyes on us, lives at stake, but we're unshaken. We're not just fighting, we're building a future where honesty reigns. Chicago's towers can't crush us, we're taller, our goal a star guiding us through the dark, ready to face their wrath and claim our truth. Our bold strike lands, but Finch and Croft's desperation peaks, forcing us into a public clash we can't escape. The boardroom is a crucible, its glass walls trapping the heat of our reckoning. I, David Miller, stand with Emily, my daughter, her tablet a beacon of truth in this den of suits. Eleanor Vance, CEO, presides, her eyes like flint, sparking with resolve. Arthur Finch and Thomas Croft sit across, their faces masks of smug certainty, thinking their lies have won. I begin, my voice a steady hammer, detailing SkySail's sabotaged welds, the stress tests faked to hide fatal flaws. Emily projects her data, graphs sharp as blades, emails tracing money to offshore accounts, all pointing to Finch and Croft's greed. The board stirs, their murmurs a rising wind. Finch interrupts, his voice oily, accusing me of forging evidence, a small-town fool out of his depth. I don't blink, pulling photos from my folder, cracked frames, shoddy repairs, undeniable. Emily's analysis tightens the noose, showing how they plan to crash SkySail to profit from Vance Industries' ruin. The room crackles, tension thick as smoke. A technician, one we trusted, steps forward, his voice trembling but clear, saying he witnessed Croft's orders to skip critical tests. The board's eyes narrow, their faith in Finch and Croft fracturing. Eleanor silences the chaos, her nod urging me on. I lay out every detail, the ignored warnings, the deliberate flaws, the stock sell-offs meant to bury us. Emily's charts glow, her teenage courage a fire that burns through their deceit. Finch's smirk fades, Croft's hands fidget, their empire of lies teetering. The board leans forward, their whisper stilled, as our truth takes root. This is our moment, the climax where we either save SkySail or watch it fall, dragging Vance Industries into the abyss. I feel Dad's toolbox at my feet, its weight grounding me, his voice in my ear. Fix what's true. We're doing that now, Emily and I, exposing the rot in this gleaming tower, proving a mechanic and his girl can topple giants. The truth pours out, raw and unyielding, like oil from a busted engine. I speak of SkySail's flaws, welds left weak, tests fudged to hide the risk of collapse. My voice carries Dad's lessons, each word a strike against the lies. Emily takes the stage, her data a spotlight, illuminating Finch and Croft's betrayal. Her graphs map their scheme, money siphoned to hidden accounts, stock trades timed to profit from SkySail's failure. The board gasps, their trust in these men eroding. I show logs, my hand steady, pointing to ignored warnings I found in the lab. Each one a deliberate choice to risk lives for gain. Emily reveals emails, their signatures damning, tying Finch and Croft to vendors who cut corners for cash. Eleanor's face hardens, her eyes meeting mine, a silent vow to end this. The technician speaks again, his voice stronger now, recounting Croft's bribes, Finch's whispered plans to tank the company. The room falls silent, the weight of our evidence crushing their defenses. Finch tries to speak, his voice shrill, but Emily's numbers drown him out, her code a blade that cuts through his lies. Croft's eyes dart, seeking escape, but there's none. Eleanor calls for security, her command sharp as a whip. The truth stands naked now, unassailable, a monument to our fight. We've peeled back the skin of Vance Industries, exposed the rot within, and the board sees it clear. Finch and Croft sold their souls, and we've caught them. I glance at Emily, her face fierce, her data our weapon. Dad's toolbox sits by me. It scratches a map of our journey. This is our victory, not just for SkySail, but for every honest hand that builds, every heart that dares to speak truth in a world of suits and shadows. Finch and Croft's masks crack, their smugness bleeding out like air from a punctured tire. The board turns on them, questions sharp, eyes cold. Finch stammers, his charm gone, his lies exposed by our evidence. My logs, Emily's data, the technician's words. Croft's hands shake, his silence a confession. Their plan to ruin SkySail, to cash in on Vance Industries' fall, lies in ruins. A house of cards toppled by our truth. Eleanor stands, her voice iron, ordering a full investigation. Her trust in them, dust. The board nods, their faith shifting to her, to us. I see fear in Finch's eyes, a man who thought he could outsmart a mechanic, a girl, a company. Croft's gaze drops, defeated, his empire of deceit undone. The old prejudice that a man like me from a small-town garage can't match their corporate games crumbles. Emily stands tall, her tablet still glowing, her courage a beacon.
I feel Dad's toolbox, its weight a reminder of why we fought, why we won. The board's whispers fade, replaced by resolve, a new belief in what we've shown. Truth matters, grit matters, no matter where you're from. Finch and Croft are let out, their power stripped, their names tarnished. Eleanor looks at me, a nod of respect, and I know we've changed this place. The city outside hums, unaware of the shift, but we feel it. Emily, me, the technician, Eleanor. We've shaken the foundations, proved that a man with tools and a girl with code can rewrite the rules. This isn't just about SkySail. It's about proving Dad's way. Honest work, unyielding truth still holds in a world that tried to bury it. We've won, not with noise, but with facts. And the world will know it soon. The truth's laid bare, but its echoes stir my heart, forcing me to face the doubts I've carried through this fight.
The boardroom's ghosts linger, but victory tastes like dust. I sit in our dim apartment, Dad's toolbox open, its tools glinting with silent judgment. Did I do right dragging Emily into this war against Finch and Croft? Chicago's a beast, its jaws snapping, and I doubt I'm enough. For her, for Dad's legacy. Finch's sneer echoes, just a mechanic. Maybe he's got me pegged. I've torn down their lies, saved SkySail, but at what cost? Emily's eyes carry shadows, her nights spent coding, not dreaming. I fear I've stolen her peace, traded her future for my stubborn pride. The city's too big, its lights mocking my smallness, a man from a nowhere town trying to play hero. The toolbox looms, heavy with Dad's expectations, and I wonder if I failed him, failed her. My hands, calloused from wrenches, feel useless against this corporate machine. I see Emily asleep, her laptop glowing, and the weight of my choices crushes me. Have I led us into a fight we can't win? The truth's out, but doubt festers, a rust in my bones, whispering I'm not the man I thought I was, just a fool chasing ghosts in a city that doesn't care. I grip Dad's wrench, its cold steel a tether, and stare down the fear clawing my gut. It's not just failing Emily, it's losing who I am, becoming another cog in Chicago's machine. Her sleeping face, lit by her screen, mirrors my resolve. I'm scared, but Dad's voice cuts through. Fix what's true. We've done that, exposed Finch and Croft, saved lives with our truth. My fear's real, a shadow in my heart, but my strength runs deeper, forged in the garage's grease and grit. I'm no suit, no pawn. I'm a father, a fighter, carrying Dad's lessons into this battle. Emily's data, my hands, our fight, they're enough. I face the doubt, let it wash over me, and stand firm. This city won't break me, won't steal my soul. I close the toolbox, its lid a vow, and feel the fear shrink, dwarfed by my will. Emily's courage, her code cracking their lies, shows me we're not alone. We've built something true, something lasting. I'm David Miller, not just a mechanic, but a man who stands against giants, for her, for Dad, for what's right. The city's big, but I'm ready, my heart steady, my hands sure, to keep fighting. I am David Miller, son of a man who built with truth, who taught me to stand unbowed. The doubt fades as I watch Emily sleep, her strength my mirror. We've faced Finch, Croft, this city's vipers, and won, not by chance, but by grit, by code, by heart. I'm no corporate drone, no small-town relic. I'm a father forging a future, a fighter fixing what's broken. Chicago's vast, its towers looming, but I'm bigger, my soul forged in Dad's garage, tempered by Emily's fire. The toolbox sits lighter now, its tools no burden but a badge. We've proven Dad's way. Honest work, unyielding truth can topple giants, can reshape worlds. Emily stirs, her eyes meeting mine, and I see his pride in her, in us. I'm not just a mechanic. I'm a man who carries his father's lessons, who builds for his daughter's dreams. We've won this fight, and I'm ready for the next, my heart steady, my hands sure. The city can't break us, can't dim our light. I stand tall, reaffirmed, a man of grease and steel, of love and truth, ready to face whatever comes, with Emily by my side, Dad's ghost in my heart, and a future we'll shape together. My heart's forged anew, but the world's reaction to our truth threatens to reshape the life we fought to build. The city roars, a beast awakened by our truth. Headlines blaze across Chicago, Finch and Croft's arrest splashed on every screen. Vance Industries' near collapse, a wound laid bare. At work, technicians clap my shoulder, their eyes bright with respect. But others whisper, casting me as the spark that lit this fire. Emily feels it too. Her school hums with chatter. Some kids hailing her as a hero, others sneering, calling her a snitch who stirred trouble. Social media a storm, half the voices cheering our stand, hashtag Save SkySail trending. The other half cursing us for shaking their world, blaming us for jobs at risk. My phone buzzes, messages piling up. Support from strangers, venom from Croft's allies, their words sharp as knives. Emily's quiet, her face tight, hurt by the glares at school, but she holds her chin high, her strength a mirror of mine. The chaos we've unleashed swirls around us, a tide threatening to drown our small victory. I walk past Dad's toolbox. It scratches a map of our fight, and wonder if truth was worth this storm. The city's eyes are on us, judging, weighing our worth. Colleagues avoid me, fearing the fallout, while others nod, their trust hard-won. Emily's grades hold, but her heart carries the weight of stares, of whispers. We're not just a mechanic and his girl anymore. We're a symbol, a spark that set Chicago ablaze. I feel Dad's ghost, urging me to stand firm, but the world's reaction is a heavy thing, a burden we didn't ask for. This chaos is ours, born of our truth, and I pray it doesn't break us before we can rebuild. Finch and Croft crumble, their empire of lies dust in the wind. Leaked footage shows Finch raging in a cell, his voice shrill, blaming Croft, who breaks, confessing to bribes, to sabotaged welds meant to crash SkySail. Their allies scatter, suits distancing themselves, but the damage is done. Vance Industries' stock plunges, a freefall stopped only by Eleanor's calm voice, promising reform, transparency. Finch tries one last jab, leaking a smear to the press, painting me as the fool who caused this mess. But our evidence, Emily's data, my logs, the technician's words, crushes it. Croft's confession names accomplices, a web of greed unraveling. Their control's gone, their power stripped, leaving only chaos in their wake. Eleanor's reforms take root, her resolve a beacon, echoing Dad's lessons, truth over profit. The board backs her, their trust in Finch and Croft ash. I see it in their eyes, fear, regret, but also respect for what we've done. Emily's data, glowing on her screen, is our sword, cutting through their last defenses. The city watches, its pulse quickening as justice closes in. Finch and Croft are shadows now, their schemes exposed, their names ruined. But their chaos lingers, a stain on our victory, a reminder of how close we came to losing everything. I grip Dad's toolbox, its weight steadying me, and know we've won this round, but the scars remain, carved deep by their betrayal. The world's shifting, and we're at its center, a mechanic and his girl who dared to stand against giants, proving truth can break even the strongest chains. Eleanor summons us, her office a quiet island in the storm. Her eyes are kind but grave, offering me chief engineer, Emily a role on her data team. It's a new world, one where we're not just survivors, but shapers of Vance Industries' future. Chicago's still a beast, its spotlight burning, and I feel the weight of eyes watching, waiting for us to falter. Emily's thrilled, her smile bright, but I see the nerves in her hands, this role bigger than her dreams. I clutch Dad's toolbox, its scratches a testament to our fight, and know we're in deep now, no turning back. The city sees us differently, not outsiders, but catalysts, a mechanic and a coder who changed the game. The offer's a chance, but it's daunting. New responsibilities, new battles in this corporate jungle. Colleagues nod now, some with respect, others wary, unsure of our place. Emily's school shifts too, kids watching her, some inspired, others skeptical. We're not just fighting for SkySail anymore. We're building a legacy, one weld, one line of code at a time. I feel Dad's ghost, his lessons guiding us, but this path is uncharted, a tightrope over a city that doesn't forgive mistakes. We're leaders now, not just workers, and the weight of that settles heavy. Emily meets my eyes, her resolve my anchor, and I know we'll face this together. The toolbox is lighter now, a symbol not of burden, but of purpose, carrying us into a future we'll shape with our hands, our hearts, our truth. Our new roles rise, but an unexpected ally steps from the shadows, strengthening our fight for truth.
In the lab's dim glow, Sarah steps forward, a technician with eyes like steel. She's kept logs, hidden from Finch and Croft, proof of their sabotage. Orders to skip tests, bribes to vendors. She risks everything, her job, her safety, to stand with us. Eleanor trusts her, assigns her to our team, her courage a spark in this storm. Sarah's like me, hands calloused, heart forged in honest work, no stranger to standing against suits. Her records bolster our case, a shield against the chaos Finch left behind. Emily lights up, her data meshing with Sarah's notes, their minds syncing like gears. I'm not alone now. Sarah's our ally, her defiance a mirror of Dad's lessons. I set Dad's toolbox down, its weight lighter with her by us. She's seen Croft's schemes firsthand, kept quiet till now, but her voice is steady, her evidence ironclad. Emily hugs her, a bond forming fast, two fighters joined by truth. The city's still a beast, but Sarah's stand makes it smaller, her logs a weapon we didn't expect. I feel Dad's ghost, nodding, his wrenches gleaming in the toolbox. We're stronger now, a trio against the world, ready to face the spotlight, to prove our truth isn't just ours, but belongs to all who value what's right. Sarah stays late with us, her logs filling gaps in our evidence, a puzzle coming together. We talk, her voice rough like mine, sharing stories of fathers who worked with their hands. Hers a welder, mine a mechanic. Emily shares her code, her data weaving with Sarah's notes, building a case no suit can break. We're a unit now, three souls bound by grit and truth. Eleanor watches, her trust in us a quiet vow, her eyes warm as we plan. I see Dad's toolbox, it scratches a map of our bond, his pride alive in our work. Sarah laughs, a sound like hope, and Emily's focus sharpens, her teenage fire matching ours. We're not just colleagues, we're family, forged in late nights, in the fight against Finch and Croft's lies. The city hums outside, its noise softer now, our alliance a shield. Sarah's courage, Emily's code, my experience, they mesh, a machine built for truth. We share coffee, stories, resolve, each moment tightening our bond. I teach Sarah Dad's tricks, she teaches us her grit, and Emily binds us with her data. This isn't just a job, it's a pact, a promise to fix what's broken, to carry Dad's lessons forward. We're ready, our hearts synced for the battles still to come.
Our team grows, a tide rising. Technicians join us, their hands steady, inspired by our stand. A janitor, overhearing Finch's schemes, shares whispers that tighten our case. Emily's school shifts. Kids who mocked her now beg to learn code, her courage a beacon. The community pulses, a network of workers, coders, believers, all backing our truth. We're not alone, we're a force, built on Dad's lessons of grit and honesty. Strangers send messages thanking us for showing truth can win, that a mechanic and a girl can topple giants. Sarah's logs, Emily's data, my wrenches, they're symbols now, rallying others. The lab hums, tools clanking, screens glowing, as more join, guarding our backs, sharing secrets. I see Dad's smile in every face, his legacy alive in this collective strength. Emily teaches a kid to code, her patience my pride. And Sarah shares her story, inspiring more. We're a community, not just of workers, but of dreamers, proving integrity matters. The city watches, its eyes softer now, seeing us as more than outsiders. We're unstoppable, a wave of truth crashing against lies, ready to reshape this world. Dad's toolbox sits by me, its weight a promise. We'll keep building, keep fighting, together. Our alliance stands strong, but the world demands we prove our truth on a grander stage, under brighter lights. The city's pulse quickens, cameras flashing outside Vance Industries, their lenses hungry for our story. Reporters swarm, airing Emily's data, my testimony, Sarah's logs, turning our fight into headlines that burn across Chicago. Hashtag Save SkySail trends, social media a wildfire, posts praising our grit, videos dissecting Finch and Croft's downfall. Strangers call us heroes, their tweets a chorus, but others twist the tale, painting us as wreckers who risked jobs for glory. My phone hums with notifications, some cheering, others venomous, accusing me of stirring chaos. Emily's face glows on screens, her teenage courage a beacon, but the spotlight stings too bright for a girl from a small town. I walk past Dad's toolbox, its scratches grounding me, reminding me why we fought. The media's a beast, amplifying our truth, but also our scars, exposing us to a world that both loves and hates. Colleagues whisper, some inspired, others wary, their eyes tracking me in the lab. Emily's school buzzes, kids share her story, but some shun her, their jealousy shark. The city's alive with our tale, its streets humming with debates about truth, greed, grit. I feel Dad's ghost, his voice urging me to stand firm in this storm. The media's lens is relentless, but it's spreading our message, forcing the world to see what a mechanic and his daughter can do. We're not just news, we're a spark, igniting questions about who holds power, who dares to challenge it. This stage is bigger than I imagined, but we're ready, our truth a flame that won't die, burning for all to see. Justice strikes swift, a hammer on iron. Finch and Croft face charges, their assets frozen, their names mud in Chicago streets. The board issues apologies, reinstating SkySail with new oversight, Eleanor's reforms rooting out the rot. Her voice steady as stone, promises transparency, ethics, my input valued. Emily's scholarship is secured, her data team expanded, her role cemented. The city sees us not as outsiders, but as catalysts, a mechanic and a coder who broke the machine of greed. Colleagues clap my shoulder, strangers send thanks online, their words a tide of support. The stock stabilizes, Vance Industries breathing again, our truth its pulse. I feel Dad's lessons in every step, truth over profit, grit over gold. The world's response is a mirror, showing us our strength, but also our scars. Emily walks taller, her code sharper, but I see the weight in her eyes, the cost of this fight. The board's trust in Eleanor grows, her leadership a beacon, echoing my father's code. Finch and Croft's allies scatter, their web of lies torn. Justice isn't loud, it's steady, a quiet force reshaping the company, the city. We're not avengers, we're builders, fixing what's broken, proving Dad's way holds. The lab hums, technicians nodding, inspired by our stand. Emily's data, my wrenches, Sarah's courage, they've won us this ground, a foundation for what's next. The city watches, its judgment softening, seeing us as more than a mechanic and his girl, but as a force that turned the tide. Justice strikes swift, a hammer on iron. Finch and Croft face charges, their assets frozen, their names mud in Chicago streets. The board issues apologies, reinstating SkySail with new oversight, Eleanor's reforms rooting out the rot. Her voice steady as stone, promises transparency, ethics, my input valued. Emily's scholarship is secured, her data team expanded, her role cemented. The city sees us not as outsiders, but as catalysts, a mechanic and a coder who broke the machine of greed. Colleagues clap my shoulder, strangers send thanks online, their words a tide of support. The stock stabilizes, Vance Industries breathing again, our truth its pulse. I feel Dad's lessons in every step, truth over profit, grit over gold. The world's response is a mirror, showing us our strength, but also our scars. Emily walks taller, her code sharper, but I see the weight in her eyes, the cost of this fight. The board's trust in Eleanor grows, her leadership a beacon, echoing my father's code. Finch and Croft's allies scatter, their web of lies torn. Justice isn't loud, it's steady, a quiet force reshaping the company, the city. We're not avengers, we're builders, fixing what's broken, proving Dad's way holds. The lab hums, technicians nodding, inspired by our stand. Emily's data, my wrench.
I could hate Finch and Croft, their greed a blade that cut deep, nearly breaking us. But hate's a rust, eating the soul. I teach Emily to let it go, to build, not burn. We forgive, not for them, but for us, to walk free in this city's light. The streets feel kinder, strangers nodding, seeing us as more than outsiders. Colleagues share coffee, their respect hard-won, their whispers now of admiration. Emily's schoolmates, once cruel, ask her to teach code, her heart big enough to say yes. I set Dad's toolbox down, its weight lighter. It scratches a map of our journey, not our pain. We don't carry grudges. We carry truth, forged in grease and data. Eleanor meets us, her eyes warm, thanking us for saving her company, her trust a gift. The city's pulse slows, its judgment easing, seeing us as builders, not breakers. I tell Emily we're enough, always were, and she nods, her smile my victory. The lab's alive, technicians working with purpose, inspired by our stand. Social media shifts, the venom fading, replaced by stories of grit, of hope. We're not defined by Finch's betrayal, but by our fight, our choice to rise above. Dad's ghost smiles, his lessons alive in this forgiveness, this strength. We're free now, not bound by hate, but lifted by purpose, ready to shape a future where truth wins, where a mechanic and his girl can change the world with their hands, their hearts, their unwavering will. The world's with us, but a final threat looms, testing our strength one last time.
A shadow rises, Finch's last gasp. His ally, a slick lawyer, leaks a forged report, pinning SkySail's flaws on me, a mechanic who dared too much. It's a flimsy lie, but it stirs doubt, headlines flickering with questions. Emily shaken, her data challenged, her eyes searching mine for strength. The city's gaze shifts, some skeptical, whispers creeping back. I feel the old fear, losing all we've built, Dad's legacy crumbling in this final hour. The toolbox sits heavy, its scratches mocking my resolve. Social media hums, half defending us, half doubting, the storm we calmed now stirring again. I see Emily's hands tremble, her teenage heart carrying too much. The lawyer's move is desperate, but it bites, threatening to undo our truth. I grip Dad's wrench, its cold steel steadying me, and know we must fight again. The city's a beast, its eyes piercing, but I won't let it swallow us. Sarah's logs, Emily's code, my testimony, they're our shield, but this threat tests us, a final hurdle in Chicago's glare. We're exposed, the world watching, and I feel Dad's ghost urging me to stand, to fix what's true one last time. We face the lawyer in court, a public crucible, the city's eyes on us. Emily stands, her tablet glowing, her data dismantling his forged report, line by line, her voice steady despite her youth. I testify, my words forged in the garage, detailing SkySail's true flaws, the sabotage we proved. Sarah's logs seal it, her evidence a hammer, the judge's nod our anchor. The room's tense, air thick with expectation, but our truth holds, unyielding as steel. The lawyer falters, his lies unraveling under Emily's numbers, my experience, Sarah's courage. Finch's final jab fails, his ally exposed, the forged report trashed as fiction. The crowd murmurs, the city's pulse shifting, seeing is clear, a mechanic, a coder, a technician who broke giants. I feel Dad's toolbox at my side, its weight a vow, his lessons our armor. Emily's eyes meet mine, fierce with pride, and Sarah nods, our trio unbroken. The judge's gavel looms, ready to end this, and I know we've won, not with noise, but with facts, with grit. This is our last stand, a battle fought in open light, proving truth can outlast even the deepest lies.
The gavel falls, the courtroom stills, our truth upheld. No cheers, just a quiet rush, relief washing over us like a slow tide. Emily hugs me, her warmth my victory, Sarah's smile a shared triumph. The judge rules for us, the forged report buried, Finch's shadow gone. Chicago sees us now, not as outsiders, but as builders, a mechanic and his girl who stood firm. I touch Dad's toolbox, it scratches a map of our fight, his pride alive in this moment. The city's noise softens, its eyes kind, our truth a beacon. Emily's data, my wrenches, Sarah's logs, they've carved this win, silent but deep, a foundation for what's next. The crowd disperses, reporters scribbling, but we don't need their noise. We've won, not with fanfare, but with resolve, proving Dad's way, honest work, unyielding truth, can change a city. Emily's smile, Sarah's nod, my steady heart, they're enough. The toolbox feels lighter, a symbol not of burden, but of victory. We walk out, the city's lights warm, not harsh, and I know we're ready for the future, built on this quiet triumph, forged in grease and code, ready to carry on.
The city's roar fades as we return to our apartment, its walls now a haven. Emily's laughter fills the air, her laptop closed for the first time in months, her eyes free of shadows. I set Dad's toolbox down, its weight no longer a chain, but a quiet anchor. It scratches a map of battles won. The fight's over, the courtroom's echo gone, and we're not warriors now, just a father and daughter, breathing easy. Technicians visit, their hands calloused like mine, bringing food, stories, laughter that warms the room. Sarah joins us, her smile soft, her logs now relics of our triumph. The community gathers, not just colleagues, but family, forged in the fire of our stand against Finch and Croft. Chicago's lights glow softer, the beast tamed, its streets no longer a threat, but a home. I look at Emily, her face unburdened, and feel peace settle, a stillness I haven't known since the garage days. We talk of small things, school, tools, dreams, not of lies or sabotage. The toolbox sits by the couch, its presence a comfort, Dad's ghost nodding approval.
We're healing, not just from the fight, but from the fear that we'd lose each other, lose ourselves. The city's hum is kind now, its pulse ours. Colleagues share their hopes, their trust in us a balm. Emily sketches designs, her pencil dancing, and I see her future, bright and sure. We're not fighting anymore. We're living, mending, whole again. Our scars proof of what we've built, what we've survived, together in this new light. I open Dad's toolbox, its hinges creaking, and pull out his old wrench, its steel worn but true. I hand it to Emily, her fingers tracing its scratches, tears in her eyes. It's hers now, a symbol of our journey, grit, truth, love woven through our fight. She sets it by her laptop, old meeting new, a bridge between Dad's garage and her future. The toolbox stays with us, not a burden, but a beacon, its presence healing the wounds of Chicago's battles. We stand in our apartment, the city's lights soft through the window, and I see our scars not as pain, but as strength. Emily's code, my hands, Sarah's courage, they're part of this wrench, this legacy. The city sees us now, not as outsiders, but as shapers, a mechanic and his girl who turned lies to dust. Colleagues visit, their stories blending with ours, their trust a salve. Emily sketches, her pencil merging gears and code, her dreams alive. I feel Dad's pride, his ghost in the wrench, urging us forward. We're healed, not by erasing the past, but by carrying it, stronger for it. The lab's alive, technicians building SkySail anew, inspired by our stand. Chicago's hum is ours, its pulse steady, and we walk its streets unbowed. The wrench is our talisman, a reminder that truth mends, that love endures. We're whole, ready for what's next, our scars a testament to what we've built, what we'll carry into the light. Healed, we step into a new life, ready to inspire and build a future from our past.
Chicago's no longer a beast. Its skyline, a canvas of light, not threat. Our apartment's home now, its walls echoing Emily's laughter, her laptop humming with new projects, my tools scattered like relics of victory. I'm chief engineer at Advanced Industries, guiding SkySail to launch, its weld strong, its promise real, a transport to reshape the world. Emily leads her data team, her scholarship secure, her code a bridge to a future I once feared she'd never have. Sarah's a constant, her logs now lessons, her grit part of our new life. Eleanor and I grow close, her strength a mirror to mine, our talks blending work and heart, her trust a foundation. We built the Vance Miller Institute, a place where my hands-on grit meets Emily's digital fire, training workers to blend old craft with new tech. The garage lives in us, Dad's lessons in every bolt I tighten, every line of code Emily writes. The city's ours, its streets kind, its pulse ours. Technicians nod to me, their respect hard-won, their hands steady as they rebuild SkySail. Emily's schoolmates seek her out, her courage a spark, her teaching a gift. Our apartment hums with life, friends visit, their stories weaving with ours, their laughter a balm. I set Dad's toolbox by the couch. It scratches a map of our journey, not pain, but pride. We're stable, rooted in truth, not just surviving, but thriving. Eleanor's reforms hold, the company stronger, its ethics echoing Dad's code. I see his ghost in every fixed machine, every honest day's work. Emily sketches designs, merging gears and data, her dreams alive. We've built a life here, not just a fight, a home forged in grease, code, and love, ready for what's next. Our story spreads, a ripple through Chicago's heart, not just in headlines but in souls. Technicians crowd the lab, eager to learn Dad's ways, fixing what's true, building with hands that know grit. Emily teaches kids at school, her code a ladder for dreamers, her patience my pride. Sarah speaks at workshops, her logs a testament, inspiring workers to stand against lies. We're no heroes, just a mechanic, a coder, a technician who dared to fight. Strangers write, their letters piling up, thanking us for proving truth can win, that a small-town man and his girl can topple giants. The Vance Miller Institute grows, training workers in ethics, craft, data, Dad's lessons reborn in steel and screens. I see his smile in every student, his legacy alive in their hands. Emily's classes fill,
kids from tough streets learning to code, to dream. Her courage, their spark. Sarah's story, told in quiet rooms, lights fires in workers who've known betrayal.
We are a beacon, not of glory, but of grit, showing that integrity outlasts greed. Social media hums, #Save SkySail, a rallying cry, our fight a story shared by thousands. I walk the lab, tools clanking, and feel Dad's ghost, urging us to keep teaching, keep building. Emily's sketches blend old and new, gears and code, inspiring engineers to think beyond suits. We're not just changing Vance Industries, we're changing lives, proving the past. Dad's garage, his wrenches, can fuel a future where truth reigns. The city watches, its eyes warm, and we share our story, not for fame, but to spark others, to show that anyone, anywhere, can stand, fight, and build a world where honesty wins. The sun sets over Chicago, its skyline ablaze, a city we've claimed. Emily and I stand on the Institute's roof, her holding Dad's wrench, me with his toolbox. It scratches a map of our fight. SkySail soars in tests, its frame strong, a dream we saved. The wrench gleams in her hand, old steel meeting her new world, a symbol of grit, truth, love. I look at her, my daughter, her eyes bright, and say, "We fixed what's true, kid. For Dad, for us." She nods, her smile my victory. The city humming below, alive with possibility. The toolbox rests by my feet, no longer heavy, but a beacon. Dad's ghost smiling, his lessons carried forward. We've built more than a machine, a legacy, a future where honesty outshines greed. To you watching, this is our story, a mechanic and his girl who faced giants and won. Take your tools, your heart, your truth, and build something real. Share this, support us, let's keep fixing what's broken. Join our fight, our dream. The Institute's doors are open, training hands and minds to blend old craft with new vision. Emily teaches, her code a gift. Sarah's logs a lesson, my wrenches a promise. Chicago's lights glow, not harsh, but kind. A city changed by our stand. We thank you, from me, Emily, Sarah, and Dad's memory, for believing in us. More's coming, new fights, new dreams. So stay with us, carry this spark, and let's build a world where truth endures, where grit and love reshape the future. Fix what's true, Dad said, and we have, for him, for you, for tomorrow.